In this video, we'll show you how to set up and use the Alibi ALI-NP3022ANPR license plate recognition camera that is directly connected to an Alibi network video recorder. This video includes 3 sections: license plate camera recognition features of the recorder and camera, camera positioning, and configuring your Alibi recorder and the LPR camera to record license plates. In this section, we'll look at the following topics: camera features, how to use the NVR file management menus to retrieve LPR information, how to use the NVR playback menus to retrieve LPR information, and the blacklist and whitelist feature. The LPR camera shown here is a professional series outdoor 2-megapixel varifocal camera with special firmware for discovering license plates in its field of view. Notice that the varifocal range is 8 to 32 millimeters, and the camera has an alarm output that we'll see later can be very useful. To retrieve LPR information using File Management, open the File Management menu, and then in the left frame, click Vehicle Files. Select the date range you want to get information from, and then click Search. A list of files or thumbnails will appear. You can double-click on a thumbnail or file name to see the image that was captured. Notice that the capture time and plate number is shown at the bottom of the screen. Click the X in the upper right corner to return to the list. You can also click Target Picture to see an expanded image of the plate. To retrieve LPR information using playback menus, open the Playback menu and then select the camera that captured the video you are looking for. Click the Custom Search button in the lower left corner. This menu has many features. For our example, click the tab at the top of the screen to start a new search. Open the Event Type drop-down list and then select Vehicle. An option is provided to enter a plate number to search for. Here I entered BP02X. Next, I'll select a starting and ending date and then click Search. Results are shown here in thumbnails. You can click a thumbnail to select it, click Export to save the file to a flash drive, or double-click on it to watch the video of what was captured. The black and white list feature is used for assigning license plate numbers to either a blacklist or a whitelist. License plate numbers discovered that are neither on the blacklist nor whitelist are considered others. We'll show how to create blacklists and whitelists later in this video. In the Smart Event Vehicle setup shown here, you can assign different arming schedules and linkage actions for each of the 3 groups: whitelist, blacklist, and others. When a plate number on the whitelist is discovered, the NVR can behave in a certain way, such as issue an alarm out signal to open a gate. And when a plate number on the blacklist is discovered, a different action can be taken, such as alerting the surveillance center. You can also configure the system to respond in a different way for others. One additional feature used mostly for configuring the camera is found in the Camera Road Traffic menus. Here you can see a thumbnail of the plate number read, the direction the vehicle is moving, and other information. Camera placement is extremely important for reading plate numbers accurately. In this section, we'll look at general guidelines including installation angle and detection range, camera placement for city streets, camera placement for entrance-exit monitoring, camera depth of field settings, and camera rotation. The vertical angle must not exceed 30 degrees, and the horizontal angle must not exceed 30 degrees. Therefore, the optimal detection range is where the vehicle is further away from the camera than where it is shown in the pictures here. The chart below shows the acceptable detection range for the lens setting. Since the camera has an 8 to 32 millimeter lens, it should be zoomed out to be within 8 to 12 millimeters for entrance and exit surveillance. For road traffic, the camera lens can be fully zoomed in to read plates at 164 feet away. When used for entrance and exit surveillance, the camera can be located on the side of the lane, 4 to 7 feet above the road surface, and about 46 to 59 feet away from the approaching vehicle. When mounting the camera for road traffic, it should be about 16 to 20 feet high. For 2 lanes of traffic on city streets, the camera can be on the roadside, but for best results, it should be above the roadway. Wherever the camera is located, make sure it doesn't vibrate in wind or when heavy vehicles pass by. Additionally, if traffic is moving faster than 40 miles per hour, each lane should have its own camera. License plates can be read well up to a speed of 60 miles per hour. Note that the camera can only read 1 license plate at a time. To capture the vehicle license plate effectively, select options to create the minimum depth of field. Depth of field, or length of the zone of sharpness, is the distance between the nearest and farthest objects that appear in sharp focus in a video. The formula below calculates the depth of field in meters. Trec is the length of time in milliseconds to capture one plate. Vmax is the maximum vehicle speed in kilometers per hour. The table provided here applies the equation for different Vmax and Trec values. This table can be found in the LPR camera installation guide. Since the road surface may be tilted, adjust the horizontal alignment of the camera so most license plates are no more than plus or minus 5 degrees from the angle the camera views them. After you install the camera, use this section to help set the internal parameters in the recorder and camera for capturing license plate numbers. The parameter values we suggest here work in most applications, but adjustment for your application might be needed. We'll also create a blacklist and whitelist of license plate numbers. We're using an ALI-NP3022ANPR network video recorder and a computer with Windows 10 on the same local network. The LPR camera is plugged into NVR Video In Channel 1. First, set the zoom, focus, and iris for the camera. In the live view display for the LPR camera, click the PTZ control icon and then click OK to close the PTZ control wizard window. In the PTZ control panel on the right, click on and hold down the zoom, focus, and iris buttons to sharpen the area in the field of view where you want to capture license plate numbers. Set the zoom to see an image of the vehicle in the vertical middle of the field of view and set the focus to sharpen this area. Click the X in the upper right corner to return to the live view display. In the live view display, open the menu screen and then click Camera. In the left panel, click Display. In the OSD Settings submenu, we entered a camera name. We also selected Display Name and Display Date in the live view window. Click Image Settings. Here you can adjust the brightness, contrast, and saturation if needed. Mirror mode should be off, and scene mode should be outdoor. Click Exposure Mode. An exposure time of 1/1000, but not shorter, works well in most applications. An exposure time of 1/250 is usually too long. You may need to change the exposure mode to get better results. Iris mode can be set to manual for unchanging lighting conditions. Day-night switch can be set to auto if that applies to the environment. Set the sensitivity to 7 and disable Smart Supplement Light. In the Backlight submenu, BLC, Wide Dynamic Range, and HLC should be off. In Image Enhancement, set the digital noise reduction level between 10 and 20. White balance can be set to AWB1 for outdoor scene mode. If another type of light is prominent, select the best choice from the list of options. Click Apply if it is highlighted, and then click Event in the left panel. In this example, I configured the camera for motion detection in certain areas of the field of view and enabled the arming schedule for continuous monitoring. I also opened the storage schedule and enabled it to always record motion detection events. In the Camera Events submenu, click Smart Event and then click Vehicle. Check the Enable Vehicle Detection select box. In this menu, I selected 3 for the number of lanes. This is okay for this application because the traffic I'm monitoring here is moving very slowly. Notice that marker lines appear on the screen for 3 lanes. You reposition the markers. These lanes should mark the area where you focused the camera earlier. Click Apply to save your settings. Click the Blacklist and Whitelist tab. To create a blacklist and whitelist, we'll export the template from the NPR to a flash drive, edit the template in Microsoft Excel, and import the edited template to the NVR. First, insert a flash drive in an NVR USB port. Click Export. When the export window opens, click the Refresh button in the upper right corner, and then double-click on the directory in the flash drive where you want to export the file. In the export window, click Export. A message should appear that the export succeeded. The name of the file you exported is composed as shown here. Remove the flash drive from the NVR and then open the file you exported on a computer in Microsoft Excel. In the file, enter numbers 1, 2, 3, etc. in the first column for each license plate number you want to list. In the second column of a row, enter a license plate number, all caps and no spaces. In the third column of a row, enter a 0 if you want the plate number to be in the blacklist, or a 1 if you want the plate number to be in the whitelist. In our example here, FJK1190 is designated a whitelist plate number, and BP02X and ABC0123 are designated blacklist plate numbers. All cells must be formatted as text. Save the file to your flash drive, and then insert the drive into an NVR USB port. In the Blacklist and Whitelist tab, click Import to open the import window. Locate the file you edited on your flash drive. If you hover the mouse pointer over the file or directory name, the entire name is shown. Click on the file you edited to select it, and then click Import in the import window. Click Yes to convert the file. An Importing Successful message should appear. Click Back to close the Import-Export window. The entries you included on your Blacklist and Whitelist should now appear in the table. Click the Arming Schedule tab. In this menu, you can create separate arming schedules for blacklist plates, whitelist plates, and others. Click Apply frequently to save your settings. Click the Linkage Action tab. In this menu, you can configure the NVR to react differently when it detects a blacklist plate, a whitelist plate, or an other plate. Note that some NVRs have more linkage options than those shown here. Use the Picture and Overlay Content tabs to include additional information on the live view screen, and then click Apply. Next, we'll log into the camera through the NVR using Microsoft Internet Explorer. To open a path through the NVR, we'll enable the Virtual Host option. Using a computer on the same local network as the NVR, open Internet Explorer and enter the IP address of the NVR in the URL field. You can find the IP address of the NVR in the Maintenance menu, Network submenu. In the NVR login window, enter a username and password with administrative privileges. Click the Configuration tab. Click Network in the left frame, and then click Advanced Settings. Click the Other tab at the top. In this menu, find the Enable Virtual Host option, and then click the Select box to check it. Click Save. A Save Successful message should appear in the lower right corner. Normally this option is kept unchecked for improved security. Click the System entry in the left frame, and then click Camera Management. Click the IP Camera tab at the top. In this table, find the entry for the LPR camera, here on channel 01, and then double-click the hyperlink for it in the Connect column. A new tab will open in the browser with a login screen for the camera. Log into the camera using credentials with administrative privileges. Click the Setup tab, and then click Road Traffic in the left frame. In the Detection Configuration tab, a red bar will appear across the video image. Drag the bar up or down to place it where you focus the camera. The bar will trigger license plate detections in that area in the field of view. Scroll down to the options at the bottom of the menu. In the Mounting Type list, select either At Roadside or Above Road. Plate mode is used to identify how large the plate is in the image. If the plate size in the image is 20 to 30 pixels high, select Small. If the plate size is 30 to 50 pixels high, select Large. To determine the license plate height, capture an image of the plate at the detection point, and then measure the plate using Paint 3D in Windows 10 or a similar program. In Select mode, select either Entrance Exit, City Street, or Alarm Input. For country, choose USA. Click Save. Click the Real-Time LPR Result tab, and then check Enable Real-Time LPR Result. In this mode, a list of license plates recognized by the camera will be listed below, with the capture time, lane number, direction, and matching result to either the blacklist, whitelist, or in neither list, which is Other. In the video clip shown, a car triggers the camera to report its license plate. While observing the camera reporting plates, adjust settings as needed to improve the accuracy of the detection. When finished configuring the camera, uncheck the Enable Real-Time Result option and then log out of the camera. Return to the NVR login and then disable the Enable Virtual Host option. For more information about the Alibi camera and your NVR, refer to the documentation available from your Alibi Products distributor. Thank you.